Hi there, I'm Zeddy and I'm an orientation leader.
Hi, my name is Peyton and I'm an orientation leader.
What's up? My name is
Sabrina,
Vishal,
Graham, and I'm an orientation leader.
Perfect.
I chose orientation for many reasons, just because I do love Ball State and I just want to make connections not only with incoming students but also with the staff.
I've been Ball State's biggest fan since my freshman year of high school, and so I just wanted to make incoming students feel the same way that I did when I was going through the process.
My freshman orientation experience was very positive. I remember being really scared, and then I came home that weekend and I was just so excited to move on campus because I just felt so welcomed here.
As a freshman at my orientation, that was really when I connected and wanted to be a part of Ball State, so I kind of wanted to be that connection for incoming students.
I remember as a freshman being really scared to go to college, but going to orientation helped ease my fears, and I wanted to have a part in doing that for incoming freshmen.
Ball State is where I found myself and where I felt the most at home, and so I wanted to help other people's transition to Ball State be as smooth as possible, and I wanted to be a part in showing them the amazing community that we have.
And I also saw, an opportunity to grow as myself in my personality, become the best leader possible.
I needed to work a lot more on my social skills and get out of my comfort zone and work with people. And doing this job definitely would do that.
And I realized that I hadn't really met anyone outside of my major. So I was like, this seems like a great position.
And honestly, I kind of just needed to know a little bit more about campus. So it was as much a learning experience for me as it was for the students.
Honestly, my best memory was every single day running down into Evans and then getting on the stage, seeing all the students for the first time, hearing their names being called, and all the side conversations the other orientation leaders would have on stage, and all the inside jokes we ended up forming. It was only for 5 minutes out of my day, but it just set my day off on a really good note before going and meeting with my group.
I think being with Tori and being by Molly and Alexis and Jacob, just it's so much fun all the time, and we're always doing something different and weird and making different handshakes, and Tori and I always did our elbow taps, and it was a lot of fun.
And also, another thing I really loved about orientation is just being able to interact with people. I'm a huge people person, super outgoing. I love talking to people, so being able to meet new people is really exciting for me. So being able to meet new students and interacting with them was also a really fun part of it.
me getting to talk to the students and getting to connect with them and sharing knowledge and stuff about different stuff about life and stuff. I feel like networking and just expressing just our feelings about stuff is a good experience, and it's something I get to do every day, so that's my best experience every day.
And I loved seeing students that weren't totally always excited to be there, because it can be a little overwhelming. I loved actually being able to connect with them and being able to say, hey, I know this can be a bit much. I know there's a lot going on, but I've got your back, and I'm here to talk with you, and I'm here to make you feel comfortable here.
One of the first weeks that we did it, I had a student who came up to me at the end of the day and said, I was so nervous about college. I am a first-generation college student. I was so nervous, and orientation has just really put my mind at ease. You were so helpful and answered all my questions, and I feel so much better, and I'm so excited to come back in the fall. And that was just kind of a moment for me, wow, this actually means something. It's not just these groups of kids that I help every day and they go home and forget about it. It's they remember orientation and they are soothed by the comfort that we bring to coming to college.
Probably bonding with the staff and really getting to know them really well outside of work, and then taking our fun personalities and welcoming the freshmen with that.
It was a ton of bonding activities, mini golf. It was just really fun, and I enjoyed having a really good support community during work and also just during the whole summer.
My favorite part of orientation, I think, was going to see Rashawn and Mamma Mia, just because like all of us, like Jacob coordinated it, he got all of us a section in the seats, and it was just, we were all dancing, having a good time, and just cheering him on as loud as we could, and I just felt like he appreciated it a lot, and he did really well, so I enjoyed that.
As the weeks went on during orientation as well, I got to bond with them just because we got closer, because you're seeing the same people every day for 8 hours a day, and usually people would be like, oh, that would get tiring after a while, but it just got better. There was never like a downfall, it just kept going up. Now I have all these people who I'm like, oh, I can go to your house during the school year, and I can go to your house, and like I can go to your apartment, visit your dorm and all of that. And so just being able to bond with people, and they're all just very like understanding, and I feel like I'm able to express like, sometimes I don't always want to be around everyone, you know, and so they're always like, oh yeah, I totally get that, just let us know if you need anything. And so having like 15 people who are like that and understanding is really nice, because I'm used to only having like 2 in my day-to-day life. So now I feel like I have all these people that I can just rely on and become better friends with throughout the school year too, because it's not going to end like on Friday, you know, like we're still going to keep in touch.
I think the main thing I kind of learned from my orientation experience is I kind of just learned to believe in myself a lot more, honestly. I think this job gave me a lot of confidence because I was not super confident coming in. I had a lot of anxiety coming in. I thought my interview for this job was awful. I was super surprised when I got the email. A huge part of it for me was just learning that I can do this, even though it was kind of scary and I was kind of just like, parts of it just felt like I was kind of thrown into it. I learned to manage, I learned to kind of adapt, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that, so.
My biggest lesson is to just go with the flow. I know that's very like basic and not like extremely unique, but there were so many situations I was put in that I just had to like think on the fly, you know, whether that's a student asking me something that I don't have the answer to, or just a situation arising and I had no idea what to do. Sometimes just, you know, taking like 2 breaths and then, you know, giving the best answer you have is the best you can do. Or just saying you don't know. That's also something I learned to be okay with, is not knowing everything.
You may expect things to go a certain way, but they don't. I'm still able to pick it up and do something with it. Rather, I feel like in the past, if something didn't work out, I would just give up. Whereas now it's like, something doesn't work out, I'll try something else. Like I feel like I was given the motivation to still go on because I have all these people like cheering me on, you know, like coworkers who are like, yeah, like it may have been a bad group today, but you did things well and things will get better.
I learned to make the most of every single day. Like every single day has something new like to offer for it. Every single day is not the same as well, but to definitely just make the most of every single day because there's something for it.
I also gained confidence from this experience because I've never done anything like this before, so this whole experience just showed me how to be comfortable when I'm uncomfortable. So
honestly, being yourself really shows others that it's okay to be yourself, and it kind of also makes others more like passionate about what you're talking about, because if you show that you're passionate about it, they become more passionate about it.
It's okay to, you know, show who you are and kind of take down the mask and really show your personality. And freshmen will still like you, maybe some of them.
I learned a lot about how to work with people, which is the reason why I came. So I think I accomplished my goal. I learned that like if someone says something about you, because you're working with so many different kinds of people, you've got to learn not to let it get under your skin, and that someone's opinion of you isn't going to affect you. And I have definitely learned that, and that I'm still me, and I'm still the best I can be, no matter what this person's opinion is of someone who doesn't know me. And it's until you're like with different people every single day, like multiple different people every day, that you really learn that everybody is different, and the way people react to things is different, and the way you approach things is different for every person.
Not only with like students, but with the other leaders as well. We all have like different communication styles and way of like conveying information, and I think I really like learned how to adapt to that, and so I'm actually really excited to see how that kind of translates into like this like upcoming school year.
I learned that it is not an easy job, and there are rough days, there are good days, but in the end, you know, the coworkers who have become my friends, they are there to listen, and chances are they've all had the same experiences one chance or another. So just, it's not easy, but it's worth it.
It's a job unlike any other because, you know, you're living with the people that you work with and stuff. And so I've learned how to create like bonds with the people that I work with a lot while still also just getting a lot of professional experience and learning more about how student affairs works and that type of thing. And it's really just helped me grow as a leader overall, getting to help lead students and then to help lead other leaders as a coordinator has helped me become not just a better orientation leader, but a better leader for every other aspect of my life.
I learned that the Applied Technology building has a restaurant in it, a student-led restaurant. I didn't know that before, but I do now.
I just really love my university, and I didn't really realize how much I did, I don't think. Seeing all those presentations at the beginning during training and spending time with all these students who are kind of apprehensive about it, I realized actually how excited I am to have them here and how great I think Ball State is. I went to a really small high school, and Ball State, my favorite part about it is the size. So I just love that it's a big university, but it feels like such a tight-knit community.
Sign up, try out, interview, you know, you never know if you don't try. Don't be worried if you think that you're not gonna be ready or if you don't know enough Ball State facts to do this. Like, you'll be trained, it'll be okay. And also, it's not just a job. You know, you get a whole group of friends, they wanna hang out during the school year too. So yeah, it's a really great job.
Do it. I went back and forth deciding if I actually wanted to do it, if I wanted to be home over the summer because we spend all summer here. And I'm really glad I ended up applying and doing it because it was such a rewarding experience, and don't second guess it. I would just do it.
Be open-minded as possible because, like I mentioned earlier, I sort of went into it with a perception of what it was going to be like, and I kind of had expectations of people and of the experience, and none of that was accurate. It all was a new experience, especially being post-COVID. This all was new to everyone. It was new to leadership, it was new to our coordinators, even Emma, who's done it the past 3 years, it's still brand new to her because she's in a new position, but also it's just a new program.
Let go of your fears. I am super scared to apply to be an orientation leader. I did not think I would get the job, but I was really excited when I did, and it's just important to push through anything you're feeling and let go of the negativity.
I know it can be kind of intimidating, and yeah, you're probably gonna make mistakes if you end up getting the position, but just know that every mistake you make, it's gonna make you a stronger, more resilient orientation leader. You're gonna be more prepared. The experience is unmatched.
You can grow so much throughout the summer. Literally, possibilities are endless. Whatever goal you set can be accomplished, whether it's a personal growth or anything above that as well.
Let loose, have fun. Being too serious about this job is just gonna make everyone else more tense, and your students aren't gonna have as much fun because you're not having as much fun. You really have to match the energy of your students or bring the energy to your students.
Really show your personality during training and really get to know the coworkers just because they are going to have your back in the future, and you're going to make great memories.
Don't be afraid to get close to your fellow staff members. I know at first it can be intimidating, but you're going to be working with each other day in and day out, so it's really easy to become friends, and it's really easy. So definitely step outside your comfort zone because you will meet people that you're not used to meeting during actually school.
I think the best advice I could give to future orientation leaders would be just to embrace the whole experience. You're not always going to have the best day. It's completely exhausting, but a lot of it I think is what you make of it. So if you're giving it your best and you're having fun, I think that's kind of all that matters.
greet every day with enthusiasm. So even if you're having a rough day or you've had a difficult group of students the day before, I think it's so important to bring that enthusiasm because every day is their first day. So we say week 1, day 1 at the start of every day, and it really is for those students because they only have one orientation. We have a whole bunch of programs and they have one. So really just bring that enthusiasm and give it your all every day for them.
For the little moments. We're only together for like 6 weeks really, and it just flies away like crazy. Like I still feel like we're in like week 3 right now and it's over. And I, at the beginning at least, kind of just like flew through a lot of my days and never really took a moment to like appreciate these people, this experience. So I would say just like making sure you're really, you know, taking a moment to take it all in, enjoy it because it's gonna fly by before you know it.
And that is a wrap. That
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Yes, love it. It was great.
You should have a blooper clip at the end. LOL. It'll just be like the only part of mine will be like my name is Alexis.
And then it fades to black.
Yeah.
So your bestie, we're all besties. There would be no Charlie without me.
Like this whole thing, this whole experience is tight. I try to get that real emotions in there. Hold on. Perfect.
You. That's out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. We're all besties.
So, we are rolling.
I know, right? Thanks. Ooh, yes. I know. He's got. Do you have to do a tour? Emmons. He has to. Here. Are we?
Ooh.